What if I told you that one of the greatest stars the world has ever known never truly left us? Imagine hearing that the king of pop, Michael Jackson, the man who changed music forever, did not die the way the world was told. From the moment the news broke on June 25, 2009, people felt something didn't add up. The suddenness, the mystery around his last hours, and the strange events that followed created a storm of rumors and theories that refuse to die even today. And in this video, I'm going to take you into 5 of the most forbidden theories about Michael Jackson's death. But stick with me until the very end, because what starts as speculation will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about that day. Michael Jackson was more than a singer. He was a cultural force, a phenomenon who sold out stadiums, invented dance moves copied worldwide, and broke barriers in music videos. But he was also a man living under constant pressure, lawsuits, health issues, and endless controversy. That's why when the news came that he had gone into cardiac arrest and passed away, millions around the globe cried. But many also whispered, "Something about this doesn't make sense." And that's where the forbidden theories began to spread. The first theory is perhaps the most chilling, that Michael Jackson was assassinated, not by a random individual, but by people who had everything to gain from his death. Think about it. Michael was about to launch the biggest comeback in music history. 50 sold-out shows in London, millions of dollars in ticket sales, merchandise, and documentaries. But behind the scenes, there were contracts, insurance policies, and business partners. Some claim that powerful forces in the entertainment industry stood to gain more from Michael's death than from his success. The theory suggests that his doctor, Conrad Murray, was just a pawn in a larger plan. Murray was convicted of involuntary manslaughter for administering propofol, but conspiracy theorists argue he was just the fall guy, covering up for higher powers who wanted Michael out of the way. It sounds like a movie script, but when you look at the millions generated after his death, the suspicion grows stronger. The second theory is even more shocking. It says Michael never died at all. Instead, he faked his death to escape a life of pressure, accusations, and constant public scrutiny. Let's face it, Michael spent decades in the spotlight, unable to go anywhere without cameras, lawsuits, or rumors. Some believe he orchestrated the perfect disappearance. Strange sightings of Michael Jackson have been reported worldwide since 2009. Photos, blurry videos, even supposed recordings of his voice. And then there are the slip-ups, like the coroner's report that listed his middle name incorrectly, or the ambulance photo that some claimed was staged. Add to that the fact that his body was never publicly shown, not even at his memorial. And suddenly, the idea doesn't seem so impossible. Imagine Michael, alive somewhere, watching the world debate whether he is truly gone. It's almost poetic. But there's another theory, one that dives into the world of secret societies. Some say Michael Jackson's death was connected to the Illuminati. Now, before you roll your eyes, think about this. Michael often spoke out against powerful groups. In one of his speeches, he openly accused the music industry of being corrupt and controlled by dark forces. He even named executives he believed were exploiting artists. Fans who believe this theory argue that Michael was silenced because he was speaking too much truth. The strange symbolism in his music videos and performances only fuels this idea. Was his death a warning to others who dared to challenge the system? Or was it the ultimate price for stepping out of line with those who truly control the entertainment world? The fourth theory is one that touches on Michael's health and personal struggles. Officially, he died from acute propofol intoxication, but some claim the real story is darker. They believe Michael was slowly poisoned over time. Not in one night, but over months, even years. This theory points to the constant medications he was prescribed, the way his health seemed to deteriorate, and the dependence on doctors who may not have had his best interests at heart. Was Michael the victim of medical negligence, or was there an intentional effort to weaken him, making his death seem inevitable? Fans point to his frail appearance in his final rehearsals for the This Is It tour as proof. He looked exhausted, yet he pushed on. Was that exhaustion natural, or the result of a hidden plan? And then there's the fifth and final forbidden theory. This one is perhaps the strangest, but also the one that refuses to disappear. Some believe Michael Jackson was part of a government program, and his death was staged as part of a larger cover-up. Sounds insane, right? But consider this. Michael had global influence like no other artist. His messages about peace, unity, and questioning authority reached billions. What if that influence was seen as a threat? This theory suggests that Michael was removed from the public eye not because of money, but because of power. A man who could inspire movements, challenge governments, and shape global culture might be more dangerous than any politician. And so, the theory goes, his death was staged, not for him to escape, but for others to maintain control. Now, whether you believe any of these theories or not, one thing is certain. Michael Jackson's death remains one of the most mysterious moments in modern history. Too many questions remain unanswered. Why was his security so unprepared on the night he died? Why were there inconsistencies in reports? Why do so many details still feel hidden even after all these years? The fact that people continue to dig into these questions shows just how deep Michael's impact runs. He wasn't just an artist. He was a symbol, a legend, and legends never die quietly. Think about this for a moment. Why do so many celebrities, from Elvis Presley to Tupac Shakur, have similar theories about their deaths? Maybe it's because fans can't accept losing their idols. Or maybe, just maybe, the truth is stranger than the official story. Michael himself once said, "Lies run sprints, but the truth runs marathons." Could it be that the marathon of truth about his death is still being run, and we are far from the finish line? As we've gone through these 5 forbidden theories, the assassination, the faked death, the Illuminati connection, the slow poisoning, and the government cover-up, you might feel torn between skepticism and curiosity. That's exactly why these stories endure. They keep Michael alive, not just in music, but in mystery. And that mystery is powerful. It forces us to look deeper, to question, and to wonder what really happened on that summer day in 2009. So here's my question for you. Do you think we will ever know the real truth about Michael Jackson's death? Or is the truth something too dangerous, too complicated, or too hidden to ever be revealed? Leave your thoughts in the comments, share this video with friends who grew up listening to Michael, and let's keep the conversation alive. Because as long as people are asking questions, Michael Jackson's story will never truly end. And if you stayed with me until the very end, remember this: curiosity is a powerful force. It challenges what we're told. It opens doors to new ideas, and it keeps legends alive forever. Subscribe if you want to keep exploring the stories that others are too afraid to tell, because this is just the beginning.